Good morning, everyone. This is Melanie from Lightbeam's Treasures and Curiosities, bringing you my famous What Sold video. Now, this particular video is going to highlight what was sold on Wednesday, July 29th. Ooh, coming up to the end of the month, only today and tomorrow, and then July is bye-bye on our way to August. So, what was sold yesterday? Yesterday, I was a little worried. It started out, I only had 2 sales in the morning and 2 very small sales. And then all of a sudden at like 8 p.m., everything started going cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. So it makes me feel much better, considering yesterday was an interesting day, but I will get to that. Let's talk about what sold. And probably we may have a visitor because my kitty cat right here is starting to inch up. But if he inches up, we're going to get him away. So, the first item I sold, it happened to be a book day. In fact, before I show this, I think there is an interesting little theory. I have a theory, and tell me if this works. I haven't been really selling books for a while, and I'm considered the book queen. I mean, I always sell books. But it's been only 1-2 books. Then, all of a sudden, I got a whole bunch of books in and started adding to the book category. I mean, I added about, I want to say about 60 books to the various book categories, and now all of a sudden my old books that I've had up forever are starting to sell. Does that have any correlation? If you start activating a category, does it activate your store with other books, or is it only coincidental? I don't know. Something to think about. But anyway, first book, Yi Jing Jing. This is a book on Qigong. I used to take the Qigong. I went to massage school for a time. Yes, for those who don't know about me, I am a professional college dropout. I dropped out of more schools than anything else, but we're not going to talk about that. I consider it a furthering of my education. But one of the things that I did was I studied traditional Chinese medicine. So this is a book on Qigong. Very good book. Centering, meditation. Anyway, I sold this book for $17, and I actually took a best offer for it. So, yes, these are bolo books. If you ever find books on Qigong, not necessarily, I mean, older Kung Fu, because I want to say Kung Fu and Taekwondo are almost too popular. But if you find the older, like black and white ones from the 70s, 80s, those are bolo items. So this one, definitely Qigong, particularly if you know the history of this religion, I'm going to say, or form of practice. Very, very sad. But this one I sold for $17. Then I sold another one of my bundles. Is this the right bundle? I grabbed the wrong bundle. Okay, I have to grab the right bundle. But I sold one of my bundles like this for $13.99. I thought I grabbed the right bundle, but I didn't. But that's okay. So, I'll go back over, get the bundle, but I sold it for $13.99. It's a collection of, what do you call it? Homeschooling books. I only have 5 more bundles left. And the fact that I pulled the wrong bundle when I only have 5 bundles left is kind of sad, but that's okay. I got those books in a dirt cheap cart special. They were layered with 1 layer of homeschooling books, 1 layer of posters, and 1 layer of windshield wipers. My windshield wipers are gone. The books are almost gone, and the posters, I reduced it down from 1 box. Down to 1 box. I had 2 boxes originally. So I'm still working on the posters, but that's okay. Might have a huge poster sale. Anyway, so I sold that for $13.99. Then I sold The Art and Science to Fly Fishing. As you know, a lot of my books are nonfiction books, hard to find books, educational books. Those are the books that I recommend getting. I mean, I talk to people who sell bestsellers. There's thousands and thousands of people selling the same bestsellers. I rather deal with the harder to find books where if I put it up, maybe there's only like 20 or 30 people actually selling the book, as opposed to 900 people selling the book. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. But this book I sold for $5. Had it up for a while. It's a sale. You know something? That's what happens. Books like that, hey, it's quick money. Then, this is an interesting book. I probably could have got a lot more for it. The problem is, I think people didn't understand what it was because I didn't have the cover, because you can't see the cover. The cover doesn't show up anything. So what I did was I opened up the first page and posted it like that so people could see what it is. The Texas Grand Lodge magazine. What this is this is the Freemasons magazine from 1956 to November 1957. And you can see it's in pristine condition. I mean, this book is in great condition. I sold this for only $8. I took a best offer. I had this up for quite some time. And I ended up getting a whole bunch of Freemason items at a freebie dump. I mean, well, I should say that. But a lot of people, what they'll do is say, come get my freebies. They just dump it out, and I rummage through, and I always get, like, books. I'll get certain little things. I got a whole bunch of Freemason stuff. A lot of the stuff went right away. Couldn't sell this at all. So this finally sold, and this earned me $8. And, of course, since all my books are free, I do offer media mail shipping, which is super cheap. So even if I make a couple of dollars off of them, I'm happy. This one is called Recaging the Beast, The Disease Behind Disease, The Yeast Fungal Connection, by Jean Remington. I sold this one for $11.99. And this talks about how, there's a correlation between an overabundance of yeast in your body and between yeast and fungal and how it affects your body as a whole. Very, very interesting read. And then what else did I sell? Oh, this item I sold it within 5 minutes, which means I know I put it up too cheap, but these are one of those items that I'm glad that I can get rid of. I always put things at the lowest price. That's my business strategy. I figure lowest price and then whatever happens. So this particular guy, it's an Epson 220. It's your cyan, magenta, yellow. I sold this for $14.99, which everybody was selling it for $15.99. I went a dollar less, $14.99, and boom, 5 minutes, it sold. So I'm happy. And then the final item is I sold, let me see if you could see a picture of that. These are the World of Mary Blair appetizer plates. So they're appetizer plates from the artist, and they have the little old-fashioned male-female cartoon designs. I don't know if you could see that. And it's part of the women-owned by company, where it highlights and spotlights women who own their own businesses. And it was a whole I believe it was Target brand. I mean, women-owned is not Target, but I believe I got this from Target. But whatever. Sold this baby for, guess what? $30. So I'm really happy. I got to take the price tag because that was the original price tag, $20. I sold it for $30, but that includes free shipping. So yesterday wasn't that bad. I was actually really, really surprised. Now, let me go over total first. So, yeah, I know, I'm all over the place. So the total I did for yesterday was $100.97, which means, yay, I made my $100 goal. Very happy. And I made it over $1 by 97 cents. So, but yesterday, I decided to do a pop-up sale. Now, this happened to be my very first pop-up sale. I've done pop-up live shows, but I've never done pop-up sales. And I was taking some advice from people because they say, look, Melanie, if you want to start doing auctions, the best thing is just start doing them. Just get up there, start doing it. Now, the good news is there was 7 people who came to my show live. They didn't really talk, though. But the feedback that I got, because there was a couple issues. One, I'm very, very choppy. It seems my internet connection is not good. And that affects my live stream. Now, part of it is I am using Wi-Fi. So I've been talking to my husband, and we've got to figure something out. We either got to take a cable and go all the way from one end of the house here in order to live right into the cable, or we potentially have to move me back into the other room. He's not going to be happy with moving me because he likes me in this little corner. I have my little happy thing. I mean, I have my closet behind me. I mean, I don't know. It's something to think about. But I'm afraid that if the quality is that bad, people are not going to want to watch it at all. But then at the same time, it could be the storms as well, because we did suffer from some storms. I don't know. I know when I do pre-recorded shows like this, everything works out perfectly. I was considering to potentially do a pre-recorded show as a fixed price sale. I mean, I could do that instead of, but that's just it, is I could be, I don't know. It's hard to say. But I did my auction. I did not sell anything at my auction, which is fine. At least there's an exposure. It got my stuff out there. The fact is, that is just a small percentage of stuff. I only went on for an hour. It was a little less than an hour. At the 50-minute mark, I was getting tired. Particularly since it was a little frustrating with people complaining about the choppiness of it. So I did it for an hour. I guess I talk a lot. Yeah, you can see these videos. I talk way too much. But I want to do more of them. I may, like I said, do pre-recorded sales for the time being until I could figure out the cable situation. Because I think the best thing we need to do is run a cable to the router, or whatever you call it, the modem, router. I don't know. I don't know anything about computers. I'm horrible with computers. And then hopefully that won't make the live feed so choppy. I don't know. We'll see. But after that, it was also Wednesday's Swap Meet Day. I actually love Wednesday's Swap Meet. Paul Antonelli on his channel does a swap meet where he invites anyone who wants to come on and sell stuff. I have been selling stuff on his show every week. I love it. At least I know I can get one sale out of the deal. Now, yesterday was a little surprising because my sale, I did sell an item, and I want to show you what I sold. Beautiful set. I mean, this went for an incredible deal. But I'm going to talk about it because I think I might have made an incredible deal for this. But anyway, I'll show you. So this is a collection of Harley-Davidson pins from the Harley-Davidson owners group. It starts in 1993, goes all the way up to 2011. There are 3 years missing, but it's 18 pins altogether. You also get the 15-year, I'm sorry, the 20-year anniversary, the 25th year anniversary, and the 30-year anniversary pin for Harley-Davidson. Each one of these pins, you can see, are brand new. They are in wonderful condition. So I put it on the board just to display it instead of holding each one. I'm obviously going to take the board off, but this is just because all this is it's a. I might actually fold this. I don't know. I'll see how I. But the winner of this happened. I made a deal with the winner. I'm not going to give personal information who, but people who've seen the show know what I'm talking about. But the winner happens to be in Scotland. I never like shipping international. I do not even set my store to international. That's a choice that I made way back in the past. I had so many problems with international shipping that I prefer not to even do it. But in this case, not only am I shipping something to him, he's shipping something to me. So we made a deal of it being almost an even swap because it was the same amount. And I know it's probably going to cost me more to ship there, or maybe not. I don't know. I need to find out something. And here's a question, and I think I know the answer. Priority mail, is this for international as well? Because the big boxes do say for domestic and international. This doesn't say anything. Although it does say in little tiny writing that it could do for international shipments, the maximum weight is 20. So I'm going to assume I could do international shipment with priority mail. The only question is, how much is it going to cost? I don't think it's going to be the same flat rate cost, is it? I don't know. I hope I didn't make a mistake where this is going to cost me like $40 shipping to ship something to him. We'll have to see. But I could get it in that. I could probably even get it in a smaller bag. But I'm going to pull up the rates and maybe cry a little bit when I pull up the rates. But I ended up winning his items. He won my items. We practically did it for the same amount. So the deal is, you know something? Let's just do an even swap. Just, I send you your item, you send me mine, and no cash is exchanged. That works well. Although, I think I got a little better deal, because here's the thing, and this is totally funny. My husband is obsessed with Iron Brew, and I'm gonna butcher the accent, but he's like, Iron Brew. I think that stuff, I really believe that stuff tastes like stale orange soda mixed with cough medicine. That's my opinion. That's me. He loves it, but it turns out the guy that is getting this also drinks Iron Brew, and he has the ability to get it in quantity. So he's going to send me like a bottle, which I'm so happy. But my husband will be happy. Anyway, I'm rambling, but the point is, the two of us are just going to do a complete swap. And so I'm not even counting what I earned. But yeah, they're going to be getting this beautiful collection of Harley-Davidson pins. I'm going to be getting a Mario game and 2 die-cast cars and some sort of balloon game. And the best of all is a Iron Brew. Alright, anyway, so we'll see what happens with my live shows. I mean, from what I'm looking at, the streams that I do pre-recorded come out fine. There's no issues. But the live shows have issues. So hopefully I can get that fixed. I am going to be wrapping all this up, because guess what? I have an estate sale to go to in 15 minutes, so I have to get going, because this is going to be exciting. But there is a big, well, I call it an estate sale. An estate sale person is actually doing a sale for a church. So this is all church items. So I love church sales. So we're going to see what happens with this church sale. I'm excited. I got a friend who's picking me up, and we're going to go to it. But I got to be careful, because my husband doesn't want me to buy anything. He's furious with the comic books. I didn't talk about the comic books, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, everyone, have a safe, happy, healthy, just be careful. Good luck with everything. Keep on sourcing and keep on smiling. This is Melanie with Lightbeams, Treasures, and Curiosities.